Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome to a Christmassy special of Islanders. We're totally not late for this at all, are we, Phil?
No, it's Christmas. Yes, it's Christmas now. We've gone into the future. It's Christmas 2023. No, it's not really.
No.
It's a bit of Islanders.
Islanders. We'll pick this out. So we've come for a little sedate playthrough of this, doing some sandbox. And yes, I was saying to Phil actually before we started, when I was testing this earlier, just before we started our recording session, basically when I loaded up the game, it asked me, do you want the event content, which I'm assuming was an event over Christmas that I'd completely missed in this game. So there might be things that crop up which are a bit Christmassy in this one. You can probably hear little sort of jingly bells in the music in the background.
Yeah, so there's a few events.
Yeah, indeed.
This is a weird island that spawned here because it's like a sort of little cut.
Yeah.
Bit of land there.
Yeah.
So someone's done like world edit in Minecraft.
Indeed, yeah. Well, we're just going to chonk some stuff in there, I do think. Ooh,
so it's all about getting points, isn't it?
Yeah. But the thing is, because we're on sandbox mode, we don't need to worry about that. We can just chonk things down to our heart's content.
I see.
I see, he says. Yeah. Oh, it's night time now in game. Yeah. I see.
Like loads of different things you can put on.
Yeah.
And make your islanders happy, even though there are no islanders.
Yeah. Yeah, actually looking at the little buildings, they've got little fairy lights on them, so there's your little Christmassy theme coming in there.
I do remember this was one of the games that took ages for the wheel to pick.
Yeah, it was.
We did our first. I think we've done a couple of collabs on this one.
Yeah, we have.
This game. We've done various different ones and tried the various different packs as well.
Indeed. Yeah.
There's lots of festive theme to this, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, little candy canes on the corners of the buildings. These mansions, rather.
Yeah, they're a bit. I'd have thought they might have stripped it out after the event went over.
I suppose they just left it as an option if we wanted to, players if they wanted to keep using it. But yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah. There's not a lot of space on this here island.
Well, no, it's quite a small little one, but you get a mixture, don't you? You can get some big ones, you can get some small ones, medium-sized ones, all sorts of little places to place your things.
Yeah, indeed. So, how are you doing at the moment, Phil?
I'm all right. Yeah, I've just been chilling today, really. I haven't done an awful lot, but you, on the other hand, have done quite a bit, haven't you? So I've heard.
Yes. So, funny thing is, just before we went into our little recording session today, I have spent not most, but basically all of this morning and a little bit of the early afternoon just before our session, basically doing a load of content for Propagandist. Basically doing more and more recordings for my Let's Watch of RWBY, and I know I go on and on about RWBY, particularly in my Sir You Being Hunted series, but I've just basically finished recording all my sort of Let's Watch reactions to...
so that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, Volume 8. And basically this recording session that we're having now, Phil, is a little sort of pick-me-up because, good God, I came away from RWBY Volume 8 enjoying it immensely, but God, it left me kind of emotionally drained because of all just the shit that went down in it. Yeah.
Oh God! Oh wow!
Yeah. That's why it's a good show. That's why I love it so much, because it did. Because my God, just the amount of stuff that happened in it was crazy. But it was good though. Really enjoyed it. But yes, I'm quickly realising over these last few weeks of just recording content for Propagandist that I am turning into an absolute RWBY bloody fanboy. I am, and I love it. I'm all here for it. Resource.
It's nice to have something to and watch as well. There's all sorts of things, all sorts of bad things happening in this world.
Yeah, we need a bit of escapism from time to time.
That's it. That's right.
Yeah, that's the thing I was just sort of curious about. A question that I'm sort of curious asking you, Phil. You ever had like a franchise or like an entertainment medium, whether it's a game, a film, or I don't know, like a TV show, a book, or whatever, that has genuinely left you sort of feeling like kind of very emotional afterwards?
I'm just trying to think if there's been a few video games that certainly have done that. Some of the Assassin's Creeds I have, some of the like Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yeah.
That one really got to me. with the ending there, because that was like the first time something like that happened.
Yeah.
Never experienced that in a game before. I was like, that really shocked me. I must say, when I first saw that really shocked me.
Yeah.
I was thinking in other media, films. When I was younger, there were some emotional, but I did find some of the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
There were some emotional moments in that.
Indeed.
And reading the books as well, because you get more of it from the book.
Yeah. Gosh, I know. It's like every so often in life, I think you come across a franchise that just clicks with you so well, and you just get so invested in the characters and things like that.
It seems to be the biggest thing at the moment for nearly everyone. Oh my god, I've not stopped hearing about it. This bloody Happy Valley.
Oh, Happy Valley. I've heard of that. I don't know anything about it though.
Yeah, it's like a true crime.
Right, yeah.
TV series, but my god, I've not stopped hearing things about it. Oh, have you watched next later? Oh, I can't wait for the final tonight. Oh, I don't know. It's just like on the radio and everything. Happy Valley.
Yeah.
It's like, good lord above.
Yeah. RWBY is that show for me at the moment. That I can't stop bloody watching it. And I'm basically now up to date on it, because I've watched now all of Volume 8. I've watched the Volume 9 trailer, and Volume 9 is going to be coming out later this month. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching that.
In your latest Say You're Being Hunted, you asked anyone if the trailer for Volume 9 spoiled anything.
Yeah,
of
I
the
did.
previous ones. Yeah, you hadn't watched them at that point.
And apparently the answer to that was yes, watch the Volume 9 trailer after you've watched Volume 8, don't watch it before. And so I stuck to that, and I'm glad I did, because there was some really interesting stuff in that trailer.
Didn't you have a long hiatus?
I did,
I think it was like season 6 or something, and then you just completely stopped for ages.
So it was basically, I watched Volume 5, it was, about sort of 3 or 4 years ago, and I was meaning to then just, watch Volume 6 when it came out, but for some reason I didn't. I basically, I think I just got distracted by work and life and stuff like that, and as a result I kind of forgot about it, and it's only sort of in the sort of winter months last year that I decided I need to get back to RWBY, I need to pick it up again, and I did, and I'm glad I did, because Volume 6, 7, 8 have been phenomenal. I've really enjoyed them. I'm glad I just picked it up again, that's all. There you go. A fountain. Put that in somewhere.
Keep going with these series. It's always good to have something that really gets you invested.
Indeed.
That's what you want. Invested.
Yeah, because I find, like, shows, if you have, any sort of entertainment medium, be it a book, a game, a film, a TV show, an anime, whatever it is, I always find that if you have really good characters who you just really click with, that often is the thing that just gets you so into it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yes, there is actually a TV series that I really enjoyed, and we watched quite a while, a good few years ago. But I was really invested in it. It was it's a Netflix original. It's Orange Is the New Black.
Oh right, yeah.
That one that I really enjoyed watching. That it's all about life in this. It's like a sort of show where they're obviously in a women's prison.
Yeah.
And what they're doing every day, and that I really enjoyed watching that.
Sounds interesting. Yeah.
On Netflix.
Yeah.
Orange Is the New Black.
Orange Is the New Black. There we go.
There's all sorts of shows that people get invested, and I like the funny occasions where they're with their significant other going, "You're not to watch the next episode of this show without me tonight."
Yeah.
Gotta sit down and watch it together.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, if you have a partner with whom you really enjoy watching certain shows.
Sit back and watch it. I believe for my sister and boyfriend, it was Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, okay, yeah.
They were watching episodes of that together. But for everyone else on the in this bloody country, it seems to be Happy Valley, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that's the biggest one.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that's an enormous pier.
It is, isn't it? I built that. I just sort of chunked it all together so it gives me extra building space. Look, little snowmen in those house yards. Nice.
They've got little snow. God, it really has got the Christmas theme, hasn't
it? Nice. There we go. Put that there. Stick another one there. There we go. Little houses along the edges. There we go. Nice.
Houses?
Oh, this one's got a little Santa Claus on it. Just put it there. There we go. Chunk a couple more of them in.
What about in the other sort of direction? Is there an entertainment medium, film, TV, video game, something like that, which you started but thought it was a bit naff and just gave up like part way through?
Yeah, there's video games that I've had that with where I started them out, and sometimes they started off well, but eventually I don't know. Eventually I kind of lost interest because they just didn't really manage to keep my attention all that much. Hate to say it, but Wolfenstein Blade of Agony, that fan game, started off really well, but after a while I kind of stopped playing it because the levels, I think, were just a bit too long-winded, and eventually I just got frustrated because the gameplay in it does get very repetitive, and that wouldn't be such a bad thing if, like I say, the levels weren't so long. But like some of those levels, if you watch, I think it's like episode 11. I think of my Wolfenstein Blade of Agony. By the end of it, I just got so frustrated and angry because it was taking so long to get through. I didn't even complete it, but it was like a single level was taking me nearly 2 hours to get through, and I just oh god, come on.
Don't want any of this.
No, I don't. Yeah, which is a shame because, like I say, everything else about that game was actually not bad. It was really well made. The gameplay was really smooth. The graphics, the visuals were, it had a very good aesthetic to it. But it was just the length of it was completely out of proportion. And it was inconsistent between levels, just in terms of like some levels would be about 40 minutes long, which is not too bad. But then you'd have another one which would be coming towards 2 hours long. It's just they need to kind of standardise the length of some of these levels a bit.
Yeah. You do get it. I know another series that everyone seemed to have a massive thing for was the Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones, yeah.
Oh my god.
Everybody freaking loves that.
Yeah.
And I've never watched a single bit of it.
No, but where would you even start? Because there's so many series.
There's so many series and so many characters in it that it's just one of those things that strikes me as being kind of daunting to get into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see now. Can we get some industrial buildings somewhere on some of these things, maybe? Warehouses, perhaps. They'd be good.
Okay, got some warehouses.
Warehouses, yeah. Don't know why I went German then, but stick that one there. Let's see. Get another one sort of on there. Maybe another one in over there at the corner, and then chunk that one in there. You see, it's taking shape. Actually get some ones in the middle, perhaps. Like so. Yeah, that looks good.
What's in again? These have all got Christmassy lights on them, as well.
The Christmassy lights, candy canes. Yeah. Still got that Christmassy theme going on. I like how the doors and things light up when it goes to night.
Yeah, this island is really turning into something.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. What have we got in here that we could potentially chunk in? What are those? Oh, the seaweed farms. Interesting. I need to go. Oh, they go in the water. Hold on, let me just try that again.
Here's interesting little things as well. I've been, when I've been to various places and walked along the pier, I've seen people on the edges doing things like crabbing.
Oh yeah.
And maybe some people fishing as well.
Yeah.
I've got to say though, I do not see the appeal in fishing.
Fishing is one of those things, yeah.
Dull.
Indeed.
It's so dull. Just sitting there with the rod out to sea, and you're just waiting for a fish to bite it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks so dull.
I think what it is some people. For some people it's not really about the actual catching of the fish. Sometimes I wonder if it's more just about being in nature and just having a moment of solitude, just to sit there and just reflect. Perhaps. I mean, from that point of view, I can see the appeal, but for the actual fishing itself, it's not something that I myself would be really interested in, so I'm kind of on the same page as you on that front. Indeed.
It just seems that sort of person is sitting there in one of those camping chairs with a parka on, a thermos in one hand.
Yeah.
And just sitting there. I suppose it might be a bit better if you're with someone.
Yeah.
Because then you can talk, can't you?
Indeed, yeah. So if you've got a friend or a companion with you there, then that'll help sort of ameliorate some of the the potential tedium of it and actually make it sort of worth doing. But yeah, it's fishing, like I say, not something that has ever really appealed to me personally. But the thing is, I know of kids when I was in high school who used to enjoy fishing and things like that, which was always
yeah. There's. Did I have some kids? Yeah, I think there's some.
Yeah.
But it's all sorts of different hobbies you can have.
Indeed, yeah.
There's many hobbies that don't appeal. Obviously, there's people like knitting and people like doing crocheting.
Absolutely.
there's all these sorts of various different hobbies as well.
Yeah. The thing is, to each their own and all that, eh?
I know there's various clubs near me where there's I know it's a lot for older people, like bridge clubs.
Oh,
and, card playing clubs, and things like that. But that's good for the seniors, so they can meet other people.
Yeah, keep the brains active and all that.
Yeah, and stop them from being lonely.
Yeah, that too.
I know, for bingo as well.
Yeah.
Bingo.
My grandmother on my dad's side of the family, she has a Scrabble club, I think, that she goes to.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is a pleasant little one by the sound of it. Her and a load of other pensioners playing Scrabble.
Playing Scrabble.
Yeah. Scrabble's a good game, though. It's fun.
It is fun. Trying to get words and points.
Yeah, indeed. Keeps your brain active and all that. So, good stuff.
What's your grandparents like with regards to technology?
Technology, so they are wildly different, let me put it that way.
Are they of the mentality they don't really understand it?
So my grandmother on my mother's side of the family, she is a technological dinosaur. She just doesn't do technology. And she says she'd love to learn, but to be honest, I cannot see her learning it. She's just not the right mentality for it.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? They've lived in a time period where they didn't have these technologies, and it's difficult for them to learn.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough. But my grandmother on my dad's side of the family, she is not too bad with technology. She likes to, FaceTime relatives in Australia and stuff like that. So she's got a little bit of technological know-how.
Okay,
she's not an absolute pro at it, but sometimes she does have moments where she clearly doesn't really get it. But she's better by comparison than my grandmother on my mother's side of the family. She's way better on that front. So she's not too bad at all.
Get them introduced to VR.
Oh my God, let's get my grandmother in VR chat. Could you imagine that? Indeed. That would be quite something, that would.
Because it can make you feel a bit funny.
Yeah.
I've tried VR, actually. It really is quite peculiar.
Yeah.
It really is a peculiar feeling.
I imagine so, indeed. Chuck that in there. There we go. VR. So many games
that's
now.
interesting. That's interesting. You got some grandparents there with their technological capabilities.
Yeah.
How old are they?
Well, they're both in their 80s, so they're both getting on. But yes, my grandmother, like I say, on my mother's side of the family, she is like I say, she's kind of a technological dinosaur. She doesn't really get it. She's of that sort of mentality of life was better in the 50s and all that, which is just like, yeah, sure it was, Granny. Sure. Which the rest of us just sort of shake our heads and say, no, you've got a real severe case of rose-tinted spectacles going on there. But indeed, yeah.
What are your parents like? They're okay, aren't they, with technology?
They're all right with technology. My dad's all right. Probably better with technology than my mum is, but there's a lot of things that my mum doesn't really bother with technology-wise. Like, she's not into like social media or anything like that. But she has a phone and things like that. She uses WhatsApp for keeping in touch with people. So
have a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, she's all right with it. Indeed. Put another house in there. Stick some more mansions in.
Yeah, my parents are quite good with technology. My dad likes his computers and iPad and everything, so does my mum. But they're not really video game people.
No. Neither are my sort of parents. I mean, my dad's slightly more than my mother is, because, he remembers, obviously, games that I played as a kid. So, he has vague memories of, like, Captain Claw and stuff like that, which he obviously enjoyed as well. So, a bit more in his case. But yeah, my mum's not a video game sort of person, as far as I can tell. But yeah, there you go. She's more of a bookworm. My mother loves her
books,
Charles Dickens and her Anthony Trollope and stuff like that. Indeed. She loves her Victorian literature. There we go.
What an unfortunate last name.
Anthony Trollope.
Yeah.
Indeed. He's a classic.
Some people, I think that's a very Britishism. So, for people who don't understand that little joke there, because I think it is a Britishism, so people from outside might understand. Might be going, Phil, what do you mean?
Yeah.
That unfortunate last name, what you on about? Well, in the sort of British culture, trollop is a slang term for someone who's a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
A bit stupid.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, always like trolloping around or something. Making a right trollop.
That's why, you know, when Americans call, you know, what we call bum bags.
Oh yeah,
They're called fanny packs.
Fanny packs.
And they don't understand why we laugh, because they don't understand that obviously here in the UK, fanny is a slang term for vagina.
Indeed, yes. Something to be aware of, all you Americans out there. Indeed.
And from other cultures as well, yeah.
Bring us all your fanny packs. There we are. Or not.
Or
Indeed.
not, yes.
Some balloons in. Here we go. Got some over here as well. Bonk. There we go. That's looking quite nice, actually, this little island.
There you go, it's built. It's certainly got some things, yeah.
Yeah. Got the dock district over there. We've got like some little industry. Main sort of fancy area with some mansions, houses and commerce.
Oh,
and
exciting times.
big mansions over here with a temple and...
I think you built quite a number here.
Yeah. It's quite nice.
I think we've done a good watch here. A good recording one for this one. While we've been having a nice chat, and you built some good stuff.
Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. It's always a good a good game to come to, just to do like a podcast style episode. This one, because it's very sedate. You can just do sandbox and muck around in it, have a little bit of fun.
Make your own little island. Yeah.
Indeed. Chunk in a couple more little outposts on those
There we
outliers. There we are. Well, thanks for joining me there, Phil.
Thank you, Andrew.
Indeed. Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the links to my Propagandist channel that was aforementioned before, down in the video description if you're interested in going watching my RWBY Let's Watches. I wholeheartedly recommend them, because it's been very, very good. It's been a right roller coaster ride. And in the meantime, of course, hope you'll join me for my next video.
Why don't we pose that question to the viewers?
Okay.
What sort of entertainment media,
Yes.
you know, film, TV, or anything, have you really got you invested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really had an emotional impact on you.
Or an emotional impact and got you invested in everything.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, tell.
Let us know. You never know. We might get some good recommendations from viewers and all that. Well, on that, we'll sign off now. So, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yep, I did. Don't you worry. I'm in. Don't you worry, old boy. Right, here we are. Yep, we're going all where eagles dare on, aren't we? Here. Okay. Are we moving? Yep, we are.
You know, I don't need you telling me what to do, Pops.
Until you prove yourself, I don't care what you shoot the newspaper. I've been training for 6 months, and I know what each of them will do before they do it.
Panzerfaust. That's not good.
You're a liability that could get us all killed. So shut up and follow my lead if you want to live long enough to write your precious story.
I'm over here, but I actually kind of agree with him.
Incoming!
Uh-oh.
Panzerfaust on them!
Will do.